In the shadows of Renaissance Florence, where betrayal walked hand in hand with ambition and loyalty was nothing more than a fragile mask worn by desperate men, a mind emerged unlike any the world had seen. A man born not merely to observe the game of power, but to master it, redefine it, and whisper its secrets into the ears of kings, tyrants, and those wise enough to listen. Niccolo Machiavelli was not a philosopher in the traditional sense. He was a witness to human darkness, a chronicler of manipulation, and a strategist of fear and favor. His words were not meant to comfort the good-hearted, but to awaken those who lived in a world where survival belonged to the cunning and influence to the bold. Before we begin, if you believe truth should not be sugar-coated and want to journey deeper into the terrifying brilliance of history's greatest minds, then subscribe, like this video, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Because what you'll discover here may forever change the way you see power, control, and even yourself. Now lean closer, the true game is about to begin. Machiavelli's world was crumbling. He was born into a city that danced with both enlightenment and execution. Florence, brilliant, artistic, blood-stained, power shifted like sand in the wind, and every friendship hid a dagger. The Medici were exiled, then returned, and Machiavelli found himself imprisoned, tortured, stripped of power. And in that exile, he wrote, not to entertain, not to confess, but to immortalize the blueprint of control. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. In these few words, Machiavelli shattered centuries of moral illusions. He didn't ask what a ruler should do. He told us what they must do to survive. He saw men not as saints, but as animals, manipulable, predictable. And those who understood this would rule not just cities, but souls. He told stories, ancient ones, of Cesare Borgia, the cold-blooded duke who understood that reputation was more powerful than strength, and that cruelty, if used swiftly and calculatedly, could bind people with awe. Cesare pretended to offer peace, then struck down his enemies in a single night. One stroke, one message, no rebellion. Machiavelli admired this, not because it was moral, but because it was effective. He wrote, "A wise ruler ought never to keep faith when by doing so it would be against his interests." In those words, he buried the naivety of treaties and promises. He replaced them with strategy, deception, and timing. He watched as kings fell not by the sword but by trust, and he warned us, do not play by the rules of sheep if you wish to lead the wolves. He believed the masses were weak, driven by hope, fear, and illusions. Control them by shaping these illusions. Make them feel seen, then blind them. Praise them publicly. Punish them quietly. Be present in their celebrations. Disappear in their hunger. Machiavelli taught that to truly manipulate people, you must first understand their desires better than they do. He said, "Men are so simple and so much inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims for his deceptions." And well, history has proven him right, again and again. Politicians promise heaven only to deliver chains. Leaders smile while cutting lifelines. The world obeys not the just, but the convincing. And the terrifying truth? Most prefer it that way because reality stripped of illusion is just too unbearable. In the corridors of power, the one who controls perception controls everything. Machiavelli whispered that reputation is more valuable than virtue. If you seem generous, you don't need to be. If you seem just, you don't need to act justly. Appearance dominates truth. And when truth threatens you, destroy it with spectacle. Distract the people with war, parades, or enemies. Create an illusion of chaos only you can solve. Become necessary. That is the art of control. That is how empires are built, not just on land, but in the minds of the people. But beware, control requires adaptability. Machiavelli compared fortune to a river that floods unpredictably. Only those who build walls in calm times can resist its wrath. He said, "Fortune is a woman, and if she is to be submissive, it is necessary to beat and coerce her." Controversial, brutal, yet within it there's a warning. Those who wait for destiny are swallowed by it. Those who act, well, they shape it. To manipulate others, you must first defeat the passive part of yourself, the part that waits, that hopes, that dreams without action. Power does not tolerate hesitation. Machiavelli's legacy is feared because it, exposes what people wish to deny, that morality often dies at the feet of power, that the smiling face might hide the sharpest mind, that behind every successful ruler was a room full of lies, secrets, and calculated cruelty. His book, The Prince, was banned, condemned, burned, but never forgotten, because the truths it held were honestly eternal, and deep down, even those who feared it most could not look away. So ask yourself, do you truly want to understand how power works? Are you ready to peel away the comfortable lies? To see the machinery of influence, persuasion, and control for what it really is? Then remember this: the mind that seeks truth must also be brave enough to embrace its darkness. The world does not reward the innocent, it rewards the aware. And those who dare to act on that awareness, well, they become architects of destiny. Machiavelli did not invent deception. He simply revealed that it was always there, in thrones, in churches, in revolutions, even in your neighbor's smile. He forced the mirror upon humanity and said, "Look, this is who you are. And if you cannot change it, at least learn to master it. So what will you choose? To be a pawn moved by unseen hands, or the hand that moves all others?" The game is eternal, the rules are ancient, but now you hold the playbook. Use it, or be used by those who already do.